At the end of the Western Regional NPP vetting, 29 aspirants from the 17 constituencies of the region were cleared to contest for the 10 positions available, as one of the 3 aspirants for the position of Assistant Secretary, Lord Emmanuel Amoah, voluntarily withdrew his candidature while the regional chairman goes unopposed. The Western Regional NPP Research and Election Director, Ernest Nkrumah Taylor, highlighted to City News the unique makeup of the candidates this time around and also praised women participation.
Putting all together, the Electoral College is 335, putting all together. In all, we are having 8 incumbents contesting for the 10 positions who are among the 29 individuals who are contesting. We are having 6 women. That is the position for the treasurer. We are having 2 women. Hitherto, the position for the secretary and assistant secretary was male-dominated area, but now we're having 1 female contesting for the position of the assistant secretary. That is alongside 4 other male, and then we are having the women organizer position also being contested by 3 women. So putting them together, we have 6 female contesting in this very election.
The incumbent NPP regional chairman, Francis Ndedesia, who was blamed for failing to secure his home constituency general seat for the NPP in the last election, is however going unopposed, and the regional elections director explains to me why he was not contested despite concerns of his performance.
The 2020 elections, the NPP as a party itself performance went down. We lost a lot of seats. So if you are attributing losing about 4 more seats in the Western region to the supervision or the performance of the chairman, then maybe you may not get it. It may as well attribute to the entire executive setup, which is not so. In fact, it was the dynamic of the region or national dynamic where even in parliament we are struggling with 1-2 vote difference. Western region is no exception. I am not surprised at all that the ultimate position, which is the regional chairmanship position, is not being contested because relatively seems there's been some kind of peace and stability in the region.
One of the positions in the Western region which is keenly contested is the secretary position after the controversial presidential staffer Charles Bisiu left the position to contest the national secretary position. So Dominic Res-Jomfia, the former first vice secretary, is now contesting the regional secretary position with the public relations officer of the Western Regional Coordinating Council, Charles Kobina, Juan Emmanuel Akwa, and the regional national service coordinator, Okatechere Amankwa Efrifa, who happens to be the son of a former head of state, Lieutenant General Akwesi Amankwa Efrifa. They spoke to City News on their track record and programs.
I have been partaking in party activities since 2000, when I was even a student. I was the media relations officer for the Takwa Nsayem NPP campaign in 2000. 2004, I was a member of the Takwa Nsayem campaign team and the coalition agent of the constituency. 2008, same coalition agent and a member of the campaign team. Then 2009, I won the regional assistant secretary to the late KK Sam, and together we did fantastic job prior to the 2012 election. After the 2012 election, I was the lead team member for the coalition and the collection of pink sheets in the Western region. Now we can say Western and Western North regions. And I also became the communications director, and I think that my works speaks for itself. So I believe that all these things make me stand tall amongst my other competitors. And the programs I'm selling to the delegates, I can summarize it that I will make sure that in my first 100 days, all the 17 constituency party offices will be operational. My second point is improving government and party relationship, and I'm recommending the party accepting and adopting that constituency chairman and constituency secretaries should be automatic government appointees of the assemblies. This will bridge that gap between government and party at the local level, at the constituency level.
I believe that I'm the best option for the New Patriotic Party because of my experience, my workings, my knowledge of the region, and my knowledge of the party, and then the experience that I have. I come to this position with maturity, competence, experience, and maturity, believing that breaking the 8 will require such things of extensive network and logistics, great IT skills, and then a magnificent knowledge of management at the top level, having worked for 3 international organizations, taught at the secondary school level, and worked in the local NGO business. I'm a man that does not believe in mediocrity. That is why my campaign is christened Ahinipankasa. For everybody who has worked with me at all levels will attest to the fact that I deliver quality at all times. Coming to this position, I come with innovation, I come with ideas, I come with a new way of thinking to unite the party and to make the party look attractive again.
Coming from the background and experience that I have gained throughout working as a secretary from polling station to the regional level makes me the best candidate to be the chief scribe and administrator of our party in the region. Also, having helped the party to win election at the polling station level for 3 consecutive terms, having worked for the party to win election for 2 consecutive as constituency secretary in the secondary constituency. At the regional level,
James Obin Jr., who is the NADMO coordinator for Secondary Takrady and contesting 4 other candidates for the first vice chairmanship position, told City News why he is the best.
I was the constituency secretary for Iskari Ketan for 2 terms, 8 years. At the same time, too, I was the chairman for the Iskari Ketan constituency 8 years. So Iskari Ketan alone, I spent 16 years as a chairman and a secretary. Now, in the year 2018, I decided to run for the regional first vice at Takwa. I lost by 50 votes to the current first vice, Nanansa. We were 6 on that slot. Today, I'm running again for the same position. And my message to the delegates, I've gone to the length and breadth of this region, that's Western region, and spoken to the delegates. They've accepted my message. They see that I'm one of the people that will be able to help this party at the regional level to win the 2024 elections.
The incumbent women's organizer, Abna Kwala, is being contested this time by 2 others, while the incumbent treasurer, Homa Akesi Nieza, is facing a strong contender from the NPP Royal Ladies captain.
In 2016, thankfully I was able to bring Royal Ladies to Western region. And then out of 17 constituencies in Western region, I have Loyal Ladies in 16 of these constituencies. And Loyal Ladies, because it's constituency based, we were so visible in 2016 and 2020. We did a lot of work, of which some of us were able to win the seats. Some of us were able to retain the seats. And so everyone knows very well that no one gives money or gives money specifically for volunteerism. So I was able to embark on fundraising, soliciting for support from different angles, party appointees, those who have contracts and all that, to be able to effectively and efficiently run the activities of Loyal Ladies. And I hope to transform that energy from the Loyal Ladies level, even when I wasn't a party executive, to the general party office, because I believe with this office I will be able to do more.
For the youth organizer position, Osadifo Atakwa tells me he has what it takes to kick out the incumbent Benedict Adai.
Is that in 2020 we had more resources than in 2016. So why did we perform close to abysmal going into 2020 elections? My report shows that the willingness, the zeal, the volunteerism of our young folks was very, very down. Then I asked myself, For what good would progress be if its benefit doesn't trickle to the grassroots person, the person to whom the party becomes on, the constituency officer? The test of a good leader is not about who will give more to those who already have enough. It is about who will be able to distribute the wealth, the resources of the party for everybody to have a sense of belonging. And that is the main reason why we are contesting as a regional youth organizer in this coming election.
For now, all is set for the 29 candidates to contest in the 10 available positions in the upcoming NPP regional elections here in the Western region. But what will be the deciding factor is their message to delegates. For City News, I'm Akwesi Ejenim, Takrade.